Okay, so new tiny little news squirt coming out today. Just
Squirt?
a little. Yeah, just a little.
No.
It's not a big thing. It's just a small one.
I don't feel good about that.
So this is kind of a response. You remember the old response videos that used to be on YouTube a lot?
All the time.
Where it'd be like, oh, response to PewDiePie, response to Jacksepticeye.
It dominated YouTube.
Well, they kind of took video responses out. But this is a bit of a response to an article The No covered, which was about the Xbox Scorpio.
Yes.
And you personally don't know a lot a lot the Scorpio.
Not much, really,
So, lots of teraflops.
What?
That's impressive. Just nod and say, yay.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So the whole point, you know, we have the Xbox One sitting right here in front of us. And this VCR.
It's monstrous.
Yeah, and the whole point of the Scorpio was to outperform the PS4 Pro, but also compete with PC gaming. So there's some problems with it, and some cool things. Problems would be the fact that if you want to buy a pre-built, top-of-the-line right now PC that's not even Alienware, that's like up there, from Best Buy you can get one for $12.99. By that I mean $1,299. So that's a lot.
That's
my
a lot.
PC when I got it was about $900. I bought a laptop though, like a gaming laptop, Asus, and it was because I needed something to bring to college. And so I don't know if you get this, but what I'm saying here is there's a wide range of quality when it comes to PCs.
Right.
Like you have your low end grandma's PC, you have your low end, if that thing's still running Microsoft XP,
Yeah.
and then you have like, this thing's got a Titan in it. This thing's got a NVIDIA 1080 that, like these graphics cards, they're just unreal.
Okay.
And then you have people building their own PCs to compete with those pre-built PCs that are really good.
Okay.
Then you also have something like Alienware, which is close to whatever top of the line is at the moment, but more expensive because the brand, kind of like Apple ends up being. So you get what I'm saying. Huge variation of what PC is.
Yeah.
Whereas with a console, you have one thing. It is a brick. Every brick with that same name does the same thing. Every Xbox One that is not a 1S does the same exact performance.
Right.
So it's not standardized. And so the problem here is that they were talking about Jez Corden, who's this gaming blogger who, and I'm not questioning what he's saying specifically, but just like, because I'm sure he's an honest guy. He's been right about a lot of stuff. So props to him. He is an industry insider. He was talking about Battlefront 2 performing better on Scorpio than most PCs. And a lot of games, like specific games, performing better. So this was something I kind of wanted to talk to you about a little bit. I mean, I'm more of a PC gamer than you are. But even you had reservations with this claim just because, like PCs are not standardized, so that's such a broad claim.
It really is. It just kind of covers the entire PC brand, and I have a hard time with that because, first of all, Microsoft isn't always like living up to the hype. I guess they've kind of been behind the last couple of years, and going along with that, PCs have always been ahead of consoles. So
yeah, forever.
It'd be
since
surprising
since the 90s, I think.
Yeah, so it'd be really surprising to see a PC getting, like, a high-end PC getting outperformed by a console.
Yeah, and here's the other problem is that they didn't even say like fully high-end PCs. Like they were talking about it depends on how you interpret medium and high settings. There were claims about Ultra that Jez Corden didn't believe. It should be outputting in 4K native, which is impressive if that's the case. I could believe that, but that will make this thing a lot of money. Just straight up.
Oh, yeah.
This thing is not a $300 machine.
No.
They'd be hemorrhaging funds if they were doing that.
That's the thing. Is so, if this was outperforming, say hypothetically, in the best case scenario, that this console is outperforming the best PCs.
So we're talking like 1080 NVIDIA. I think there's something better now. Like I said, mine is not top of the line.
Right.
So mine is from late 2015.
Okay.
So I'm slightly behind. But yeah, if it does, my issue is that PCs will just leapfrog it again.
Well, and just say hypothetically that it is that good and it is that high and it's outperforming PCs. Well, what is the price? Because if it's a reasonable, say even it's $500.
It's more than that.
You think it'll be more than
I can
$500?
guarantee you it'll be over $700.
For the Scorpio?
There is no way they can make this thing and not hemorrhage money without selling it at a high price.
I have a hard... See, that's if it is that high, I have a hard time believing they make sales.
Unless Microsoft's thing is like, we have so much money that we should just lose money on this a lot to push our brand again.
Which could be.
But I've never heard of someone losing hundreds of dollars on a machine.
No, and so I don't know. That's going to be really interesting to see what the pricing comes out as. Because if you're right, and whoa, boys, but yeah,
I wasn't going to point it out.
If you're right, and it comes out to over $700, I have a extremely difficult time believing they get reasonable sales to encourage them to keep mass producing these consoles.
And you're a pretty big gamer, not huge, but pretty big, you know. And I'm a bigger gamer, like, because I grew up, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it was my thing. And I don't think either of us could justify spending like $900 on a console.
Not a chance.
You and I both talked about, like, if consoles keep going the way they go, maybe a good PC, like a one-time purchase good PC for like 4 years or something would be a good buy.
Yeah.
But not a console.
No.
Because that's so much money for what it does.
Well,
and it's a closed system. Like, PC, you can be modding. You can do all these other things. I use my PC for work, like for what we do for the channel, which I consider work even though we're not getting paid. I use it for that. I use it for school. I use it for fun other than games. I use it for editing. I use it for adult stuff. What can you use a console for? Games and watching YouTube and Netflix.
Yeah, really. And that's what's interesting too, because if they keep going at the rate that they are, where they're releasing consoles every couple years, 3 years,
it's becoming a semi-cell phone cycle.
So then, if you're getting to that point and it's a closed system where you're not going to be able to adapt it and like change it as you go, you just have to buy a new console to be up to date. Then it's going to be hard to keep that up and hard to justify it.
If you could buy like the new Scorpio like video card in like 3 years, like that's one thing.
That's totally different. Yeah,
but I don't see it being that way.
I see them coming out with new hardware and just keep going with that.
Like, you have to remember, we're talking about the company that doesn't want you opening up their machines.
Right.
You know, like they have the whole thing, like if you open it, it voids the warranty and this and that, which technically has gone to like court before and like is not really like. I was watching this thing about how that wouldn't be legal, like, in court to, like, hold up to void someone's warranty for opening a machine, but, like, no one has the money to, like, take Microsoft to court. It's like, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to sue Microsoft?
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see that company. And I like that company. I like Microsoft. So I'm not just saying, like, oh, screw Microsoft.
Rip on my... Yeah.
I like them. But I can't see a company with some of those mentalities and business practices letting you have everything in your hands all of a sudden just because.
Right.
You know? Like, why would they do that? They don't have an incentive to do that.
They have no need to. And if they're in the business of making money, and they're going to do that...
Yeah, they're not in the business of making you happy.
No. And, I mean, if it comes as collateral, cool. But if it doesn't, and they made a bunch of money, it is what it is. So, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see. I'm really curious to see what the price is, and that's going to kind of...
Yeah, and I'm sure this is a story that'll come up again, because we do like talking about these things as they come up. But it's kind of a question of E3, you know? Like, I would assume some stuff will show up at E3 about this that we can talk about it, but until then, it's kind of radio silence.
It really is, yeah.
And it kind of has been since they announced the Scorpio, so interesting stuff. But I don't know, guys, let us know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think it will outperform PCs? Or is that a load of phooey?
No.
The F word.
It can't be.
Guys, please like the channel if you enjoy, or this video if you enjoyed it, and the channel. Please like it. Please like me. Follow us on Twitter. We love you. Tweet me.